What's up? How you doing?
It's Jared. If you ever used a Benchmade to cut a steak, but you complain that beef is expensive, you may be a knife nut. If you've ever referred to cutting yourself as bonding time, you may be a knife nut. If you think if $250 for a ZT is a good deal, but $15 for paper towels just kills you, you may be a knife nut. If you refer to this part of your body as your stomach, but you're still constantly using the word belly, you may be a knife nut. If you ever said you needed a knife because it was a different color than the one that you own, you may be a knife nut. If your knife collection is worth more than your car, you may be a knife nut. If you buy a knife because you think it is pretty, you may be a knife nut. If you use a knife to cut things constantly that just don't need a knife to be cut, you may be a knife nut. If your favorite number is 154, you may be a knife nut. If your favorite toy can cut you, you may be a knife nut. If your significant other knows more about blade steel than your average Cutco salesman, you may be a knife nut. If the vanadium content in blade steel is a determining factor for you, but you're still not quite sure what vanadium is, you may be a knife nut. If you have every box that all of your knives that come in, but you've lost the title to your car, you may be a knife nut. If you ever had a knife shipped to somebody else before it got shipped to you, you may be a knife nut. If you throw away a pair of pants because you have a hole in the knee, but every other pair of pants you own has a shredded pocket line, you may be a knife nut. If you've ever clipped a Sebenza to a shredded pocket line, you may be a knife nut. If you can find the cutlery section, the flatware section in every department store near you, but you couldn't find a towel to save your life, you may be a knife nut. Just some hokey shit. Y'all have a good one.